What up, Iron Man fans? Yeah, just kidding. This is Splinter Snake over here. That's my impersonation of Sean Long, a figure reviewer who I quite enjoy his reviews. Sorry, Sean. Hope that was no insult. Anyway, here we have the Marvel Legends Iron Man 3 series Extremis Iron Man. It's a mouthful to say. I know this figure came out a long time ago with was it Armand Zola series? I'm not too sure. I'm kind of getting a bit fed up trying to keep track of all these bloody Marvel Legends series. There's just so many out there. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan, but it's a lot to remember. Anyway, this figure I've got the Marvel Universe Iron Man, which I picked up on a whim because I'm honestly not a fan of Marvel Universe figures. But I did like this figure. I thought the sculpt on it was absolutely awesome. Here he is, my little Marvel Universe. Mini-me. You're not going to stand, are you? There we go. Yeah, I thought the sculpt was really good on this, and it looks like they've literally done a straight up size growth. If I gotta say though, I was quite surprised. You can see if you look at this guy, if you look at this guy here, it's like he's got a second joint in his elbow wanting to be there, and yet lo and behold, when they sized it up, there it is. So yeah, it's pretty clear that's exactly what they've done. They've tweaked it ever so slightly, given it some improvements, but I really like this figure. As I said, I'm not a fan of Marvel Universe. In fact, I don't collect them at all. I've only got a handful of them. But this guy is pretty cool. I definitely think the paintwork on this guy is better than this. I like this nice kind of crimson, dark red. I thought it was quite spot on to the comics personally. I'm not too sure why they chose to go for such a bright colour with Iron Man. But whatever, that's their choices. They see, as I said before, they seem to make these choices. Anyway, back to the figure. It is a great figure. It's got some real great things. I've heard a few people say that a couple of gripes about it is that it's skinny. It's very skinny. I mean, Tony Stark isn't known for his bulk, but still, for this to be perceived as a suit of armor over top of a human body, it's somewhat questionable. I mean, it is. I know the Extremis. I haven't actually read the Extremis storyline or anything. I know it's supposed to protrude from his skin or come from his skin and something like that. I'm not too sure exactly. I mean, I've just finished watching the Iron Man 3 movie, and they incorporate Extremis in there, but it's an entire different thing altogether. So yeah, you know, another interesting choice. But anyway, this figure, it's cool. I recommend it. It's really cool figure. I do like it. I have done a slight bit of customization in case you guys have not noticed. As you guys know, I love my articulation and my hip articulation. Now this guy had a T-cut, which I was always worried about because I didn't know how I was going to fix it if it didn't. But the T was hindered. It was like, that's all I can do. And I was like, what? That's stupid. Why can you only lift your leg that high? Even when you have flight poses, you're supposed to lift your knee higher. But anyway, I did a slight bit of trimming just here, just going to zoom that in, just here you can see, trimmed ever so slightly away, so not a lot. I personally don't think it looks bad at all, and now we can get, yeah, okay, it's not great, but it's definitely better than that, so yay, so we can have him bend a little bit more. It's like, what's down there? Anyway, back to the figure. Again, great figure. The detailing in the armour is just amazing. I mean, every single piece actually looks like it's armour, if not incredibly slender. It's all got a little bit of like lines and crafts. Don't know how well this is showing up. I would have liked. They seem to be doing this whole with Iron Man one hand fist and one hand repulsor shot. So I would have liked a different colour in the repulsor and the chest, because they're the same kind of, I don't know, it's like an off-white. It's not quite really their white, but it doesn't really look like it's glowing either. So I think they could have done a better job with that, personally. I'm going to have to maybe go over that. I mean, they did a better job with the... no, they didn't. I thought they did. No, the eyes are just that off-white as well. But anyway, as I said, they've been doing this with all the new Iron Mans that's coming out. You get one hand fist and one hand open. I can kind of understand this. You can have like a punch, and you can have a repulsor. You know, he's Iron Man. I personally would like maybe an in-between. With the Mark 6 figure that I've got, he's got hands, multiple hands. He's got the open hands, he's got the fist, he's got hands like that. Now those are my favourite hands because they look like they're repulsors. Yeah, they can also be close enough to be classed as a fist, so, or about to be a fist, you know. So you can get some great poses out of them. They're my favourite hands personally. But you know, what are you gonna do? I might bend this one slightly, I'm decided. Anyway, back to the figure. Let's go for the articulation. His head is on a great ball joint. It pops off, doesn't it? I'm sure it pops off. I'm not trying that. It does pop off, but there you go. Anyone's heard that click, they know it's bad news. Yeah, that's the ball joint. I don't recommend doing that again. But you could easily probably find a Tony Stark head and squeeze it on there quite nicely. I know there's been a few around. Shoulder pads move independently of the arms. They're actually attached to the arms. I'm going to glue them at that point so they can move still and they're not wobbling about. They do hinder, which I thought was quite surprising. They do seem to hinder. They get kind of stuck there. Just there. They get stuck. So that's quite interesting. Anyway, it can go around. You have to kind of force it, which is never a good idea. But you've got 360. Again, don't like that. You've got 360 around. They can go up as far as that. When I do my glue in, they're going to go up as far as that. Because that's as far as they're going to go. Because I'm going to glue them with the arms like that. So, you know, if I glue them like that, then I won't be able to just turn his arms, which would be stupid. So that's his widest path turn. So yeah. So if that's a hint if you want to do it as well, so you don't have these stupid things flapping around. I mean, in the comics I've always seen they've always been up, so they don't need to be down like this one. Anyway, he's got double jointed elbow, he's got rotation in the wrist and also pivot in the wrist, so you can get a nice hand, and it's kind of locky as well, so it's like click, clicks, ratchy, so it's not floppy. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave them ones actually. I know normally I glue my wrists, but I like that. He's got a diaphragm joint, which I think that's what we guys are calling it, which has, yeah, you can do a full 360 on. I wasn't too sure about that. Sorry, I'm casting my own shadow here. Like I said, do a full 360. It's got nice range actually. You can go down. Let's get the arm out of the way. You can go down quite far. Let's get the focus on that again. And you can go back quite far, so you can get some great flight poses. I mean, the head goes really far back. I mean, you just look at that. Put the hand in his like usual flight. Yeah, it's really good. As I said, the hips, they're on a T-joint. You've got these little discs. His I don't even know what these are. I mean, in the movies they're flares, so God knows what they are in these actual things. I think they're a shield generator or something, I'm not too sure. Anyway, they are on a little pivot. They kind of just rotate around. I'm probably going to actually take mine off and then glue them so they're kind of that height. So they're just out of the way. I don't see any point to them being there. Anyway, but they don't really get in the way. With my little carving, I took a bit out of the side, so now I can get further out. So that's my range of movement. And that's my Sparta kick. It's not grand, but it's better than nothing. We also have a double jointed knee. Nice bend in it. Past 90 degrees. Now, the foot is on a socket, but it can rotate ever so slightly. The plastic, it will bend out of the way, so it depends how much pressure you want to put it. You can get him into like a point, but again, you're putting a lot of pressure on this bit of plastic here, so I wouldn't really recommend it. So that's all you really get, really. You're going to get that, you're going to get that. Like I said, you could probably do a whole 360, but you're going to just bend all the plastic at the ankle, so I wouldn't advise it. Anyway, size comparison. Let's just get this guy stand up straight. Got the cap. I know he's not wearing his coat this time, but I've just done his review, so I'm going to put it back on. They stand very nicely together. Return of 4. Again, very nicely together. And we'll do a female. There you go. So great in line with the Marvel Legends 6-inch scale. Yeah, recommend. It's a really nice figure. I can't wait to get my Iron Patriot. He's on his way, and the Ironmonger. Got to start my armory. I've had a few Iron Men over the years, but I kind of went off Marvel Legends. I wanted to just stick to Ultimates, but now I'm gonna make my own armory. If I ever get it done, I'll show you guys. Wish me luck. Anyway, thanks for watching. Not gonna stand over here. Come on. There you go. No! Eat the wall. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Anyway, you have a nice time. Bye.